The Oklahoma City Blue, as announced by Dennis Dixon in his first season at the helm, trying to capitalize off their win last night. Peyton Sandfort, Buddy Boeheim, Zahir Smith, Anthony Pritchard, and Bryce Thompson, the five on the court. On the other side, it's Paul Hewitt in his fifth season with the team. His starting lineup, Ty Washington, John Poulikitis, Jamil Telfort, Kobe Brown, and Patrick Baldwin Jr. A treat in store on a Saturday evening in northern San Diego. Jonathan Rifkin, delighted to be with you. Clippers lost 119 to 109 as we bring you by the numbers. How did both these teams get to this point in the season? Oklahoma City 3-11, San Diego 5-9. You see the win percentages, but last night's win for Oklahoma City was a huge deal. Just their third win of the season. They shot 44% from beyond the arc, and they helped that point differential just a little bit more. Clippers won't have Yannick Cohn and Niederhauser going tonight after he went last night. They will have Kobe Brown and Ty Washington, other two-way guys here in Front Wave. The lights are on, the crowd is ready. We're going to have a good one for you on hand as we bring you here into my little home. Jonathan Rifkin, delighted you could join us here, NBAGleague.com. And the Clippers are trying to shake off a 10-point loss last night, and it's going to come from a couple of different places. They have to find a way to keep spreading the floor, peppering that ball around the perimeter, and, of course, hitting those threes because they just shot 34% from beyond the arc last night. Going to have to do a little bit better if they want to beat a team who shot 44% and made 14 of their threes last night. We are ready to roll here on the court. It's going to be a bit of a different look for the Clippers starting lineup. John Poulikitis gets the start after 24 big points last night, but the same starting five for Oklahoma City, and a team that knows that their game plan last night was executed well. Only 8 players played, and it was the starters who did most of the damage. Bryce Thompson had a game-high 28 points. Zahir Smith had 21 points, and Buddy Boeheim reigned in 25 points. Taylor Funk doesn't want me to see the tip-off. And now we're ready to roll here. The Clippers wearing their special Star Wars uniforms. They have the Sith lightsaber on the front and the Sith and Jedi lightsaber on the back. Oklahoma City in their road whites and blues, the classic Oklahoma City look. 3-11, they come in at 14th in the West. Zahir Smith in the middle, Patrick Baldwin Jr., a couple of guys who have had their reps at the NBA level, ready to do some battle. Zahir Smith had a 40-point game 3 games ago. PBJ signed his 10-day contract last weekend, and they'll jump it up in front of a packed house at Front Wave Arena. Patrick Baldwin Jr. gets it, and the Clippers will get the first touch. Ty Washington in possession. Here's Kobe Brown. Brown has played 29 games with the LA Clippers this season, averaging a hair under 10 points per game. John Poulikitis from Yale. Now Ty. Meandering between LAC and San Diego. He's played 2 games with the Clippers. Ball batted away and taken by Buddy Boeheim. The great Syracuse coach's son fed down low to Sandfort. And a good recovery by Telfort to force it out. Clippers turned it over 18 times. It led to 19 Oklahoma City points, and the turnovers late really hurt them. There's Thompson getting the lid off the basket, his first touch and points here. Bryce Thompson, an Oklahoma native from Tulsa, started at University of Tulsa, ended up at Oklahoma State, and one of the 2 Tulsa natives on this team that have been home crowd heroes as PBJ misses the bunny. Patrick Baldwin Jr., another 20-point outing last night. Buddy Boeheim had 25 points and 5 made threes. Around the corner goes Anthony Pritchard on a nice fake, freeing up space. Pritchard averaging 11 points per game this season, but more importantly, those 5 assists and 6 rebounds, showing his ability to impact on all 3 levels. Brown, a 3, overcooks it. PBJ with the board, and it's going to stay with the Clippers. Foul on Bryce Thompson. Last night, the Clippers lost 119 to 109. It's one of those games where, with 17 lead changes, you can point to almost any moment as a catalyst for the Clippers going down. But, of course, they were up late in the game. They led by as many as 10 and ended up giving 30 points to OKC in the fourth quarter. Here's Ty Washington. Had his pocket picked by Smith. Possession picked up by Thompson. Back to Smith. And the high-flying guy continues to pummel the rim here in Front Wave. Had a couple of those big dunks last night, and Smith is on the board. Remember his time at Texas Tech? 2018 first rounder in the NBA draft. Poulakidis will pull the trigger and hit. First points for the Clippers come off the southpaw wrist of John Poulakidis. Best three-point shooter on the floor right now. See if OKC will try to respond. Not a great three-point shooting team, only 34% on the season, but they shot lights out from beyond the arc last night at 44%. Late whistle will send Zhaire Smith to the line. Jamil Telfort picks up his first. Coach Paul Hewitt, the maestro, the conductor of the San Diego Clipper team in his 5th season, led the Clippers to their first Western Conference final in their first season. Of course, you remember Coach Hewitt as the coach of the year in the ACC at Georgia Tech back in 2001. Smith goes 1 for 2. It's 8-3 here early. OKC had a hot shooting start, picking up right where they left off last night, hitting all 3 of their field goals. Poulakidis wants a second bite at the apple. Can't get the same result. Anthony Pritchard on the move. Central Michigan product. Nice feed to Smith again. Zhaire Smith untouched. And he has 4 points. Both these teams in the middle of the pack in terms of pace, but Oklahoma City has recognized that transition offense could actually be a very important part of them getting in the lead as PBJ skitters backward over a fallen Zhaire Smith, and the Clippers capitalize on a corner triple by Jaw Telfort. A good sign to see Jaw Telfort going. Plenty of space. He's been overcooking his threes a little bit, but saw the opportunity with the soft touch from the corner. 4-point lead for Oklahoma City. Boeheim penetrates. Swings to Samford. Now Smith. He's had 4 of the team's last points, trying to make it 6 on the fade. Swishes in and beats the shot clock. Garland, Texas native Zhaire Smith got married not too long ago. Just had another kid. Now 3 kids for the Smith family. Congratulations to them. Kobe Brown gives it up. Anthony Pritchard rips it away. A 3 on the way, straight away. No good by Payton Sandfort. The rebound falls to Kobe Brown and the Clippers. Kobe had an incredible career at Mizzou, now in his 4th season with the organization. PBJ splitting the double team and getting it up there with ease. The length of Patrick Baldwin Jr. on display. 7 feet, 220 pounds. He can burn you at all 3 levels, which is why the Clippers awarded him that 10-day last weekend. Buddy Boeheim, a quick pull of the trigger and hits nothing but air on that. 3,000 fans in attendance will let him know. Washington has played 2 games with LA Clippers so far. At Chicago, not Toronto, before coming back down for the game yesterday. Patrick Baldwin Jr. through 3 different defenders still finds the space to get it to fall. Undeniable as PBJ, it's back to a 2-point game. Averaging 21 points this season. 28th overall pick back a couple of years ago by the Warriors. Has had stints with the Wizards and now the Clippers. Of course, you all know the storied way of PBJ getting to Milwaukee is Anthony Pritchard shows the finesse at the rim. PBJ was a 5-star, had offers from Blue Bloods as well as some up-and-coming programs, and elected to go to Milwaukee and play for his father. Brown, a quick catch, a shoot, it's off the heel. Rebound soared for him, brought down by Bryce Thompson. Thompson on the move, coast to coast, high off glass hits, and 1. Bryce Thompson, 28 points last night. He had a 37-point game back on the 20th, and he'll be at the line for an opportunity to complete the 3-point play when we return. 6-point OKC Blue lead here on a Saturday evening, Star Wars night from Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California.
Fans, you don't need to leave the galaxy for the most exclusive seats in all professional sports entertainment, AXS. And it's the AXS seat upgrade of the game. I got my man Ryan and his son Griffin bringing the force to Front Wave Arena. Give it up for our AXS seat upgrade of the game, watching courtside action with your San Diego Clippers. AXS, the official ticket service of San Diego Clippers and Front Wave Arena. Go Clips, go!
Hot start for Oklahoma City inside Front Wave Arena. Jonathan Rifkin with you, our entire crew on hand, no matter how you're watching. Where you're watching, we appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday evening plan. Star Wars night. There are 15 different Star Wars characters from the Star Wars universe walking around, and it is quite a sight here. Fans getting in with their lightsaber thunder sticks. We had a student band playing Walk of the Sith to open up the game. What a night here at Front Wave Arena. Oklahoma City, though, has come to capitalize off their big win last night, 113-109. They're shooting 79% from the field, and they've turned over the Clippers 3 times, resulting in 4 of those 16 points. Zhaire Smith has 8 points on 3 for 3 shooting from the field, and then 4 points from Thompson and Pritchard apiece to lead OKC. Meanwhile, it's really been Patrick Baldwin Jr. as the offensive engine. You'll see him get the touch inside. Hopefully the defense is drawn in. That opens up the perimeter, but Oklahoma City has done a great job of playing the passing lanes and keeping the ball in unfavorable opportunities. And one opportunity completed by Bryce Thompson. 7-point lead, largest here in the early going for Oklahoma City. Ty Washington trying to shake off Thompson. Pulakitis on the swing, resets with 7 on the clock. Ty's got to go. 5 seconds, begins his drive, sheds the defense, but an offensive foul is called. Washington trying to create some space with the off arm. Bryce Thompson, despite 6'5" frame, leads the team in blocks, second on the team in steals, and right there forcing Ty into a compromising situation. Zone look right now for the Clippers. It's a matchup zone. Pulakitis on Smith. Now Pritchard along the baseline. Skips into the middle. Forces the ball out to Boeheim with 4. He's going to hoist it up here as the shot clock expires, and he leaves it short. Ty punches it. Pulakitis brings it down. Jalen House, Zach Freemantle, Mac Alalko all going to check in at the next break. Telford, a 3, you bet. Same spot, same result. Jaw Telford has a pair of triples and brings the Clippers within 4. Good eyes there from the perimeter to find the big man in the corner. Pritchard through traffic finishes with the finger roll. His ability around the rim is really what has separated himself as one of the premier players on this OKC team. An OKC team with no Chris Youngblood, who is up with the Thunder. Foul is going to go on Kendall Munson. Second team foul first for him. Pritchard will check out. Jabri Abdur-Rahim checks in. Alako's in along with Freemantle and Jalen House for the Clippers. Jalen House had 7 assists last night in just 16 minutes of action. He has been on a tear. He has had no fewer than 5 assists when he plays 12 or more minutes in a game. It is unbelievable how he can find his teammates despite sometimes playing limited action. Telford ahead of steam and a roll to boot. Jaw Telford has 8 points here early. 15 points per game here in the regular season. Butler native, started off on the LAC roster, but what a treasure it's been for him to be here with the San Diego Clippers. Boeheim off the catch will shoot and score. How many times have we seen Buddy Boeheim bury a triple? Doesn't matter if there's a hand in his face. Saw him do it in the Syracuse Orange in the last 4 years here in the G League. Freemantle on the screen. Alako doesn't have much space here as Munson closes out. Telford feeling the heat. Little long on the rebound. House lost the handle, gets it back. Freemantle's open in the corner, coming off an illness last night. Good to see Zach okay. The New Mexico product, cradling, floating. It's short, rebound, sword, and brought down by Thompson. OKC on the move. Thompson, coast to coast. He's met by Alako. Matt says no. Brown on the other end. Transition offense for San Diego. Obi Brown showing off the pace and the athleticism. 5-point game once again. Kendall Munson had quite the college career. Ended up at Jacksonville after starting at Pepperdine. Boeheim fires it to him. Munson trying to shake off Fremantle hard to the rack. Gets his own miss until Telford takes it away. Jaw said, nuh-uh, this is my ball. And now he'll swing it to the corner. Brown up top, Jalen House uncorking a triple. You bet. Timeout, Oklahoma City. 22-20. The Clippers have closed the 7-point gap. And the bench has come to play. Jalen House, a transition triple, takes us to a timeout, 22-20.
From the galaxy of Gridiron, the best moves you've ever seen, if you can see them. Naomi Lee, the juke master in the house here at Front Wave Arena. An amazing talent. You have to see this stuff on Instagram to believe it. But with any kind of athletics or goals, there come struggles, and you had a very massive injury. In fact, you just had surgery this Monday, ACL, meniscus. Talk about the process and talk about the road to recovery.
Yeah, so the process has been a long journey, but I'm ready to get back to it. I've been doing PT, working hard every single day, making every day count, you know, and having an opportunity like this is amazing, so.
And it hasn't even been a week yet, and you're already on that road to recovery. What can we look forward to in the future from the Juke Master?
You'll be looking forward to me working hard every single day, more opportunities like this, more things. You'll be watching out for it.
Usually she's catching and doing amazing moves. Tonight she's going to throw it. It's time for the Junkyard Sports Bar and Grill T-shirt toss. Front Wave Arena. I got to hear you. I got to see you.
Back inside Front Wave Arena. A festive evening here in Oceanside, California. Fans getting into it on Star Wars night in Oklahoma City. Despite the early lead, much like the Sith got in Return of the Jedi, the gap is being closed by the fan favorites, the heroes, the San Diego Clippers on Star Wars night. No Jabba the Hutt appearances, though. See if we can get him to rally down here at some point. Oklahoma City at one point was up by 7. They only lead by 2 now, largely on the heels of 2 big threes by Jamil Telford and a transition bucket by Jalen House. Back into the action we go. Bryce Thompson to Zaire Smith. House right up on him. Ball to Munson. Rim drive, corner kick out. Abdur-Rahim with an answer. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, I'm sure the last name sounds familiar. 38% three-point shooter, buries his first. Father is the famed basketball player, of course, the president of the G League. Abdur-Rahim ended up at Providence after stints at Virginia and Georgia. House up under and through. A little Cirque du Soleil from Jalen House. Derek Obeyde trying to make sure I can't see that amazing finish. Boeheim on the perimeter draws the double. Into the middle he goes. Munson doesn't get it. Follow, though, is through by Thompson. I'm telling you, at 6'5", Bryce Thompson plays like he's 7'1". Jalen House, the treasury of the offense right now, looking to drop some dimes. There's one to Brown. Double comes, squeezes out of space, and a whistle will blow. Foul goes on. Buddy Boeheim, his second. Poulikitis and Obeyde will check in here. Only 12 minutes for Derek Obeyde last night with Yannick Konen-Niederhauser down with San Diego. This is a perfect matchup, though, for Obeyde. No true center for Oklahoma City. Zaire Smith, who plays center in their lineup, is 6'4". Buddy Boeheim is 6'5". And Munson is 6'8". He's their tallest guy, as there's an air ball to give it back to OKC. But Obeyde is the strongest guy out there, and at 6'9", the tallest guy out there. And in theory, this should be the matchup now that Munson takes a seat that benefits him. Kyle Rose going to check in. The next opportunity. Anthony Pritchard kicks it to the corner. Boeheim around the screen, elevates and picks up some contact. Boeheim moves so quick around those screens, and actually they're going to call an illegal screen, so it's a turnover. And that'll be the third foul on the court for Oklahoma City. Kyle Rose does indeed check in. Back into the game is Peyton Sandfort, as well as Freemantle gets his first points by saying hello to the rim. Nice feed from Jalen House. We talked about his high assists per minute total. He already has 2 of those. Pritchard thought about wrapping it around Obede. Instead, he kicks it out to Rose. Sandfort along the baseline. Squeezed out and forced to go to Abdur-Rahim, who rises and leaves it short. Clippers on the move. They don't like to play the half-court set if they don't have to, but Coach Hewitt trying to set something up for Freemantle against Rose on the block. Kicks it out. Touch pass. Poulikitis, a triple is way long, but Rose wasn't ready for it, and it stays with the Clippers. Clippers are shooting 4 for 10 from beyond the arc. Still 55% from the field. Only 2 missed 2-pointers. House can't bury the corner. Jay, rebound to Brown. Obede with a lefty hook. And he kisses the sky to say thank you very much. A late gravity assist right there from Derek Obede. Clippers trail by 1. They've trailed by as many as 7. They have not led in this game. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Iowa native. Rose, who came from Fordham, lost the handle. Obede is up on him, has 1 on the shot clock. Gets to the cup, hits. No, they're going to wave it off. They're going to say it's a shot clock violation. Turnover number 3 for Oklahoma City. Clippers will get it back. About 11.5 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Big stop right there for San Diego. A 2-for-1 opportunity if they want it, and a chance to take the lead. We call that the double whammy. House for the lead, gives it to him. 7 points for Jalen House off the bench. Smith tried to disrupt it, couldn't. That was the perfect 2-for-1 for San Diego. 3 clangs off by Peyton Sandfort. Clippers can hold for the final shot. They lead by 1. The bench has really come to play for San Diego. 7 points for House, 2 for Freemantle, 2 for Obede. Collecting most of the points here in the first quarter. House to Poulikitis, in space, drills the triple. Second 3 for Pulley. Clippers lead by 4. Can Pritchard beat the first quarter buzzer off the heel? San Diego goes on a run. They trailed by as many as 7. They lead by 4. After 1, they're led with 8 points by Jamil Telfort and 7 by Jalen House. Front Wave is alive on a Saturday. We'll return for the second quarter in a moment in Oceanside, California.
It's the Jay-Z Drummer Academy. Come on, Saber Sticks, and round of applause for Jay-Z Drummer Academy.
Clippers end the first quarter on a 7-0 run. They lead by 4 back here for the second quarter. 59% shooting for San Diego, 13 for 22. Funny enough, 8 misses, 7 of them were from 3, so high percentage 2-point looks for San Diego. Meanwhile, 55% shooting for Oklahoma City, 2 for 8 from beyond the arc. Clips didn't shoot a free throw in that opening quarter. Buddy Boeheim's back out there along with Bryce Thompson. Abdur-Rahim, Payton Sandfort, and Zhaire Smith. Thompson stops, kicks, Boeheim open, shoots, can't hit. Rebound soared and secured by Telfort. He's out there with the newly checked in Hunter Sallis, who is wearing number 7 tonight, normally wears number 45. Zach Freemantle's out there with Ty Washington and Patrick Baldwin Jr. Ja has a game-high 8 points. Sallis had an incredible game 2 weeks ago against the South Bay Lakers, a season-high 27. PBJ, a pull of the trigger as the shot clock expires. Leaves it a bit short. 4 points for him on 2 for 4 shooting. Thompson athletically glides to the cup, can't get it with the soft touch. Sandfort keeps it to himself, finds Boeheim, he's open, and he clanks off a 3. 5 for 13 from beyond the arc last night for Buddy Boeheim. He's 1 for 5 so far tonight. Washington secures it, floats it. Rim says no. Freemantle with the second bite at the apple, though. Oklahoma City, the worst defending offensive rebounding team in the league. And Zach Freemantle took advantage of that stat right there. Second field goal for Zach. Thompson in an isolation. Good ball movement, settles on Sandfort, baseline. PBJ squeezes him out. Smith able to secure it and score it. Zhaire Smith has 10, and he's perfect, 4 for 4 from the field. Hunter Sallis featuring Freemantle on the block. Zach fires it into the corner. Telfort has a couple of triples from there. No looker to Ty. Extra pass, Sallis. Elevates one off the back iron. Rebound to Thompson once again. He has 6 of those to go along with those 7 points. Boeheim on the catch and release. Goes in and out. Now 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. Sallis had Telfort for a moment. Still gets it to him. Testing that defense, turns, shoots, scores. Gorgeous play by Jamil Telfort. 10 points for Ja. Snapping that net from the shoulder. Ja, of course, had those 2,000 points at Butler. One of the great scorers from the late 2010. 6th man of the year for that team as well as junior year. Ball skips to Abdur-Rahim. 7 on the clock for Boeheim. Back to Jabri with 3. Splits the double, gets to the rack. Ball batted away by Freemantle, but they're going to call it goaltending as Zach may have greeted that rubber past its peak. Good look at it here. That may be just beyond the latest point you can legally touch the ball. Zach trying to show off the hops right there. So that will go in favor of Abdur-Rahim. He has 5 points. Hunter Sallis was acquired from Delaware earlier this month. 7 games so far with San Diego, 24 minutes per game, averaging up near 7 points. Ty on the jump stop, skips it to Freemantle. He'll launch a 3. Almost got it. Not a prolific 3-point shooter. Averages just 1 per game, and there's a nice 3 from Abdur-Rahim. He can be a prolific 3-point shooter. That's his 2nd. And he has 8 quick points off the bench to bring OKC within 1. Freemantle fires, touch pass, Patrick Baldwin Jr. with an answer. First 3 is down for PBJ. A timely one at that. Clippers now 6 for 16 from beyond the arc. Thompson ahead of steam. Too hard. Smith was there. Couldn't put Freemantle on the poster. It's a foot race. PBJ glide into the cup. 5 points on 2 possessions for Patrick Baldwin Jr. with the 7 total on the game, and such control as Boeheim just elected not to force too much of a defensive effort playing with those fouls. Ty Washington will get called for the reach-in. Kyle Rose back into the game. Pritchard also going to check back in for Oklahoma City. OKC back up to 50% shooting in the game. Clippers coaching staff wanted Jalen House on the floor, and luckily he was able to get there prior to possession starting once again. So Ty takes a seat. Jalen, who had had 7 points and 3 assists in 5 minutes of play in the first quarter. Back into the game. High efficiency, high impact player. Pritchard. 6 points for him, all coming in that first quarter. Receives it back. On the shoulder. Against Salas. Floats it up, leaves it short. PBJ secures the board. Lockdown defense by Hunter, who's in possession. A little stutter on the shoulder. Good recovery by Pritchard. Now it's Jalen House. Jalen House always talked about how he loved playing in San Diego back in his New Mexico days, and now he's on the San Diego Clippers, where he clearly has shown he loves playing in San Diego. This communication right there, though, will turn it over. 5th turnover for San Diego. Boeheim turning the corner. You know what he's going to do. Doesn't get the result, though, he's looking for. 1 for 7 now from 3 for Buddy, after going 5 for 13 last night. PBJ got his pocket picked by Bryce Thompson. His second steal. Into the middle for Boeheim. On the cut and finish. Anthony Pritchard. 12 fast break points for Oklahoma City, 10 for San Diego. Both teams have 22 points in the paint. That's a significant stat. It's House will give the Clippers. No, he's going to get blocked but fouled. I thought he had a clean lane to the hoop. Zhaire Smith asking for a replay on that, or a review, if you will. We'll take another look here. House looked like he had a clean lane, and then out of nowhere, Zhaire Smith comes flying in. So they are going to take another look at it, so we'll step aside. 6:31 to go here in the second quarter. San Diego leads Oklahoma City 40-36 on Star Wars night inside Front Wave Arena.
Hashtag Front Wave Famous. Keep the faith, Josh, from Keep the Faith SD. All things Padres, all things Dago. Let's talk about the importance of the connection of the Friars to this great city, America's finest, and how you produce such amazing content to tell their story.
Yeah, I just love supporting my Padres. Anything San Diego is good with me. That's why we're here at the Clipper game today. So go Pods and go Clippers.
And don't forget, you can be like Josh and Bailando con Fernando. Check them out. Keep the faith, SD. Keep the faith, Josh. Go Clips, go. Hashtag Front Wave Famous.
Hey fans, USA Basketball is coming to Oceanside. Front Wave Arena will host 2 FIBA World Cup qualifier matchups right here on our home court. Team USA faces the Dominican Republic on February 26th and returns on March 1st to take on Mexico. Don't miss world-class basketball and your chance to cheer on Team USA.
Back inside Front Wave Arena, San Diego's preeminent basketball arena. Just off the coast here in western San Diego in the northern tip. You see the points in the paint, 22-22. The Clippers got blasted in that regard last night. They were minus 28 in points in the paint. 52 points in the paint last night for Oklahoma City proved to be a huge difference. You couple that with their ability to hit 13 threes on 44% shooting, and you're going to have a pretty good night. Oklahoma City looks a little bit more tired this evening when you only have 8 players, and had an exhausting evening last night that ended up in your favor with a victory. Understandably, the back end of this doubleheader could proved to be a little wary, but of course last week we had an opportunity to catch up with Coach Larry Abney, who we will talk to at halftime, and he said, look, we get to do this. It's a privilege, so these players shake off those tired legs. They don't make excuses. Jalen House goes 2 for 2 rather. The 1 for 2 in effect. It's a 6-point lead for the Clippers. Zaire Smith against Obede hits the floater. Smith has 12. That's a game high. 5 for 5 from the field for Zaire. 22 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Shooting 55% from the field. High efficiency scorer, and he does it in bunches. House, a stutter. Nice feed to Obede, but he gets stripped. Kyle Rose takes it away, all the way up to Bryce Thompson, who hangs and scores. A lightning strike from Bryce Thompson. 9 points to go along with those 5 rebounds. It's back to a 2-point game. House's feed to Brown is disrupted by Thompson. John Poulikitis and Matt Aloko back into the game. Jameel Telfort. Hunter Salas will sit down. San Diego ended the first quarter into the second quarter on a 7-0 run. Teams have been teetering back and forth in terms of consecutive scoring. Right now it's Oklahoma City, who's on a mini 4-0 spurt. 6 seconds here for Jalen House. The fake, the pull, Poulikitis, the lefty can't hit. Sometimes I wonder if he has to be defended because that's when he can be lights out. Pass goes through the hands of Rose and out of play. 4th turnover for Oklahoma City here tonight. Something I'm sure Coach Dennis Dixon would like to be cleaned up. Two-time OKC Thunder Summer League head coach these last 2 summer leagues. Jalen House pressing into the paint. Now it's Kobe Brown, the Mizzou native, back to the basket. Now Obede against Pritchard, splits the pair, loops around and lays it in. Obede is strong, but he also possesses finesse from all those years in Europe. Shows it off right there. The answer too long from Thompson. Rebound goes to Derek Obede. Clippers back on the move in possession of the lead and the ball. Alako a little early to Brown, but he still receives it. Brown taking it right at Rose. Double comes. Got stripped, gets it back. Fires it to Obede. Give him another reverse. Obede shouldering the offensive load in the last couple of possessions. 6 points, hitting all 3 of his field goals, also 3 rebounds. We talked about when he came in that this was a very favorable matchup for him as Smith is open, and there's his first miss. It's 5 for 5 from the field prior. Jalen House gets the screen, stops on the shoulder. Nobody moving around him, forces it to Poulikitis, and they reset to House. Obede on Pritchard. Obede the turn, got the strip, and also receives the whistle. Team foul number 7 for Oklahoma City. First foul on Pritchard, and Obede will get free throws, the 1 for 2. Boeheim takes a seat for Peyton Sandfort. Derek Obede, 8 different countries in an illustrious European career, most recently played in Italy. Calmly hits the 1 for 2. Clippers lead by 8. They're on a mini 6-0 run, largest lead of the game. Last night, 17 lead changes. Clippers trailed by as many as 17, led by as many as 10. Lost by 4. Smith lost the space. Rose wasn't ready, forcing Zaire to travel with it. Turnover number 6 now for OKC. Reminder at halftime, we'll be speaking with Coach Larry Abney. That'll be right at the half. And then first half stats and highlights, get you ready for the second half. All of that coming up here at halftime. All fed down low, and Obede once again takes the contact. Ty Washington checks back in as Obeyde heads back to the line. Undrafted, we mentioned 8 years in Europe. When he was at Georgia, he was dominant for the Bulldogs. Multi-year SEC starter, one of the most feared big man defenders in the SEC. Averaged 12 points and 9 rebounds in Italy last year, and truly one of the great guys to talk to. Always has a smile. He's the first guy out on the court, warming up before shoot-around, before the walkthrough. He comes out after the games. He'll bring a ball boy out with him, and he'll get extra shots up. He knows that his preparation will be rewarded. Empty on that free throw trip, though. Oklahoma City searching for some offensive answers. 3 for 14 from 3, and that's going to change after Peyton Sandfort buries one. Now 4 for 15 at 26%. Those are Peyton's first points. Undrafted out of Iowa, third-team All-Big tenor, tie to Kobe Brown. Brown spinning, Brown hanging, Smith blocks him, and Kobe Brown got the benefit. An unsatisfying defensive effort by Zhaire Smith, got the block but couldn't secure the stop. Another 3 is in for Peyton Sandfort. Back-to-back triples for him. These are big threes. He's a 19% three-point shooter this season. He averages 1 make on 9 attempts per game, and he's hit his previous 2. If I'm the scout staff for San Diego, I'm shaking my head. House the answer, overcooks it. Rebound comes away to Thompson. He has 7 of them. Fires it to Jalen House, skipping it up to Derek Obeyde. Gotta love the House to Obeyde connection. The big man leaking out. And yeah, you could see Anthony Pritchard electing to just let him do his thing. Zhaire Smith on the other end calmly brings it in and gets his 2. Talk about prolific 3-level scorers. Zhaire Smith can get it done in a myriad of ways. You can run half-court sets through him. You can ISO him. He can guard all 5 positions. Impressive player. Kobe Brown takes it at him, and he gets smacked in the face. Zhaire Smith picking up his 2nd, team's 4th. Obeyde will check out for Zach Freemantle. And a timeout for Oklahoma City. 52-48. Clippers clinging to a 4-point lead with free throws coming up on the other side. 92 seconds to go here in the first half from Front Wave Arena.
Take a moment to recharge at Front Wave Arena. Join us for Wellness Night on Thursday, February 19th at 7:30 p.m. as we take on the court and focus on feeling good inside and out. Get here early for yoga in the plaza before the game. Then stick around for tip-off and score a Clippers-branded eye mask giveaway while supplies last. It's the perfect night to relax, reset, and rep your Clippers. Don't miss it.
Well, if you didn't know it, Kid Condor was trying to audition as the new drummer here inside Front Wave. Don't know if he got the call back, though. Star Wars night. See the lightsaber thunder sticks in the crowd. Wreaking havoc on the Oklahoma City Blue, a team trying to capitalize off their 4-point win inside these friendly confines last night. Really great showing here in North County, San Diego. 3,000 folks on hand, enjoying the festivities. Clippers shooting 56% from the field, 52% for Oklahoma City. Kobe Brown back at the line. Clippers only 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Brown 2 for 5 on the game, 4 points in the second game down with the San Diego Clippers. And he buries it. 54-48, 90 seconds to go. Anthony Pritchard has shouldered the point guard duties here today. Buddy Boeheim is 1 for 7 from the field, all for 3, and Jalen House will get called for a reach-in. That's his first. Just the 5th team foul for San Diego, so. Side out coming for Oklahoma City. Smith and Patrick Baldwin Jr. matched up. Sanford has a couple of threes here in the half. Rose to the cup, gets rejected by Ty Ty. Sanford in the corner, corrals it, throws it up at short, and Poulikitas comes away. Defensive numbers for Oklahoma City. We have under a minute to go here in the first half. Ty Ty got a huge block on the last defensive stand. We'll see what he can do here on offense. There's a mismatch down low, and they'll feature it. Kobe Brown with a quick spin, taking it at Boeheim. A little too hard off glass. 2-for-1 opportunity for Oklahoma City. Smith doing it himself. Zaire Smith has 16 points here in the first half. And he's 7 for 8 from the field. 6 seconds separate the shot and game clock for Ty Ty. Poulikitas from Patrick Baldwin Jr., the Princeton offense in effect. Jalen House hangs, sweeps, and lays it in. The control from Jalen House, 11 points off the bench in the first half. Pritchard's going to try and beat the buzzer. Pritchard against South gives it up. Smith to bait the half, and he does. Zaire Smith buries a triple to end the first half and beat the buzzer and limit the damage to a 3-point ball game. Clippers shoot 56% in that first half. They hit 6 of their 18 threes. That's 33%. And Coach Abney's going to join us here and have a conversation. 2 different looks last night between the Clippers and Oklahoma City, and they're taking a look to make sure. I mean, that clearly went in with at least 0.2 of a second left. Coach Larry Abney here. Coach, 2 different games, I think, from last night into today. What were some of the adjustments you were looking to make against Oklahoma City? So Zaire has shouldered most of the load, but you guys have done a very good job of answering back. Talk about the continuity and transition you've seen from your team. Outside of that second half, stopping Buddy Boeheim, what's another key here? Is we actually got to turn on your mic. All right, let's try this again. Coach Larry Abney joining us. So you said stopping Buddy Boeheim was a key, but after that first half, what are you looking for in the second half in terms of adjusting?
Again, second half, we got to figure out how to keep Zaire out of the paint. He's doing a great job getting to the basket, so we have to shrink the floor and make sure he kicks the ball out. We got to continue to turn them over and limit our turnovers.
You know, they're a smaller team, and you guys brought in Derek, and he immediately made an impact. Are you looking for more significant minutes from him in that second half, or just seeing how the flow goes?
Absolutely. We've actually got a good contribution from most of our bench. Our bench is coming in and gave us a big lift. Again, we're going to play everybody that we got, and hopefully it'll turn out for us in the end.
All right, Coach, have a great second half. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach Larry Abney joining us here at halftime. Coming up next, stats and highlights. Clippers lead here at halftime from Front Wave Arena on Star Wars Night. Thank you, guys. Dude, that guy's fucking huge. Thank you.
Fans, it's time for the Action Air Conditioning, Heating, and Solar Hot Shot Challenge. And talking about hot shots, on this, his 21st birthday, Aiden Carrasco coming to you from Calexico, California, ready to get that brand new air conditioning unit. Layup, free throw, three-pointer, and of course from downtown, half court, brand new AC unit from Action Air. Aiden, let's show them how it's done on your 21st. 3, 2, 1. Clipper Nation, help them out. Here we go. We're off to a good start. 1 of 4. Bend your knees, follow through, knock down that free throw. Uh-oh, a little short. Be ready. You got to get it there. Follow through. Oh, you got to get it there. You're knocking on the door, though. Here we go. Got it. From downtown, get ready. From downtown Oceanside. Help them out, fans. Got to get it there. Got it. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Count it if it goes. Guess what? The good news is you're 21, like your primetime jersey. 3 out of 4 is a great night. Thank you, Aiden. Give him a happy birthday shout out. Aiden, happy birthday from Clipper Nation. Go, Clips, go!
All right, fans, turn your attention to center court as we welcome to the floor the La Costa Canyon High School cheer team.
Halftime inside the friendly confines. How about the La Costa Canyon Mavericks in the building? One of the preeminent high school sports dance programs here in San Diego, putting on a show. The show that continues to go on after the Clippers lead by 3 here at the half. Let's bring you our first half stats here at halftime. Clippers shooting lights out, 56% from the field, 33% from 3. Both teams 6 for 18 from beyond the arc, and you see the individual efforts from the starters. Funny enough, the story, at least for San Diego, comes from the bench. 11 points for Jalen House, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Derek Obede has 10 points and 3 rebounds. And then, of course, Jamil Telford, Patrick Baldwin Jr. doing their parts to try and keep the offense in the game. And Zhaire Smith, he was the story of that first half on both sides. 8 for 9 from the field, 19 points. The only miss was a 3. And he's the only player for Oklahoma City in double figures, so they're going to have to try to find ways to get other production around him. Trailing by 3. I think fortunate to be trailing by 3 here at the half. Halftime will continue in a moment. We'll have some highlights for you and get you ready for the second half. You're watching the Clippers and the Blue here from Front Wave Arena.
For La Costa Canyon High School cheer. Oh, but we're not done, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Maverick takeover as we welcome to the court the La Costa Canyon boys basketball team. Oh, they're going to play a little bit for us tonight. All right, we got a quick Maverick scrimmage for you right here. See if the future is out here right now. How many people are on the court? Wait. I know you could have passed to somebody on the court. There's like 15 people out here. All right, still looking to get a point on the board. White backs it out. He's looking for a player outside. From the top, no. That NBA three is longer than you think. Here comes the layup. Yes! Blue 2, white 0. Shoot. No. Nice form, though. Blue team, high percentage shot. Basket's good, 4-0 Blues.
Back inside Front Wave Arena at halftime, the La Costa Canyon boys basketball team is playing a little 12-on-12 halftime havoc as it's being coined back in our production booth. 56-53. Clippers lead by 3. Not sure any of these La Costa boys would be turning the eyes of any of these coaches. Here's how the first half looked. Bring you some first half highlights from inside Front Wave. The Clippers were trailing for much of that first quarter. Jamil Telfort had a couple of threes from that corner to keep them hanging around. They trailed by as many as 7, but then the bench got in. Telfort carried the load for the starters. Then Jalen House came in. He had 11 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, including a sweeping windmill layup. You had Derek Obeyde in there with his 10 points. This was House's pull-up. That was a big deal for 3 because he's just shooting 20% from out there. Zach Fremantle, who was out with an illness last night, gets in on the action. And the Clippers had a nice collection of players scoring 5 or more points, but it doesn't matter if you're not playing stellar defense, and OKC is still shooting 52%. And despite Patrick Baldwin Jr.'s better efforts, 9 points for PBJ, and here was Obeyde. I had fans at halftime asking me, did you see that guy hang on the rim? Oh, I saw it. It's hard to miss. Derek Obeyde throwing one down here at halftime. La Costa Canyon is going to finish up their game, and we'll bring you the second half of Clippers basketball on the other side. 56-53, Clippers lead here at the half.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, he even gave me the shot.
First 3 ball. He walks on, hits the 3, walks off. Oh, that's kind of a foul.
Hootie, if they add a column on the stat sheet for theatrics, these guys are the #1 team in the universe. Yep, green light.
Half-court shot. Oh. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's good if it goes, but it's not. And that'll do it, fans all over the building. Give it up for the La Costa Canyon High School boys basketball team.
Time to give a shout out. Happy birthday, Natalie. Happy birthday to my wife. My wife, Karen Farrar. Happy birthday. Look at that. How lucky am I? '10th birthday, Asher Tehran. Westwood Elementary School in Front Wave Arena tonight. Let's go. St. John in Front Wave Arena, ready to rock it. The Boy Scouts in the building. La Costa Canyon Boys basketball. We just saw them put on the theatric clinic on the court. Rady's Children's Hospital. Santee basketball in the building. Clippers fans, don't miss your chance to take home a piece of the galaxy. Jonathan, I'm talking to you. Our Star Wars themed game jerseys.
56-53, San Diego leads Oklahoma City. Front Wave Arena, your host on Star Wars Night, Jonathan Rifkind at your service. Our entire crew on hand. Grateful to you for making us part of your Saturday evening plans. The Clippers shoot 56%. The Blues shoot 52%, and 19 points from Zaire Wade, continuing to lead the way for Oklahoma City and in this game. And he's really the reason that Oklahoma City is still in it. You could see the tired legs, a team that only is playing with 8 players. The core of this team, somewhat intact, but largely ripped apart. Most notably, Chris Youngblood is up with the Thunder. So the bench is really short right now between injuries and players who are up with the parent organization. And it really was just Jabri Abdul-Rahim off the bench, 8 points for Oklahoma City. Their only bench points this evening. Meanwhile, the Clippers have 21 points from Jalen House and Derek Obede off the bench. So bench production for San Diego continuing to be ample and substantial. The problem is that the starters outside of Telfort haven't really done much impactfully, and they're really going toe-to-toe overall with Oklahoma City. The difference in this game is a free throw, essentially, and a 3. Both teams have the same amount of three-pointers, 6 for 18. Both teams have the same amount of field goals made, 22 apiece. The Clippers have 1 more free throw made, and they have 4 more rebounds. That's really the only separating point between both of these teams. The only other point of note that's impactful as we begin the second half is that Kendall Munson has 3 fouls. He picked up 3 fouls in 5 minutes for Oklahoma City in that first half. Second half about to get underway. Teams have their starters back out there. Jamil Telfort, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Kobe Brown, John Poulikitis, who's smiling and sharing some words with Buddy Boeheim, a couple of sharpshooters from great schools on the East Coast. Ty Washington, the 5th on the court for San Diego. Bryce Thompson is out there. Anthony Pritchard, Buddy Boeheim, Zaire Smith, and Peyton Sandfort. Here's Thompson. 7 rebounds leading the game so far. Now it's Smith shaking off Telfort. Telfort recovers a no-looker. A perfect feed to a cutting Anthony Pritchard. 10 points for Pritchard. 3 assists for Smith to complement those 19 points. Oklahoma City trails by 1. They've trailed by as many as 8. They've led by as many as 7. Ty with some pace, a long stride, and a lay-in. His ability to beat you with that first step is uncanny, and a big reason why the Clippers felt he was warranted a 2-way, not to mention averaging over 30 points per game in the Winter Showcase. Pritchard feeds it down low. Smith on the reverse, high off glass for 2. Back-to-back plays now where you have a cutting Oklahoma City Blue player unattended defensively. Brown had a quiet first half, just 6 points. Lobs it up to PBJ. He's stripped by Peyton Sandfort. Turnover number 8 here for San Diego. Buddy Boeheim with a flip to Pritchard. Into the paint, nice feed. Sandfort, though, turns the corner. Now into the middle. Hands it off to Thompson. PBJ gives him the space. Thompson takes advantage. 6-footer is pure. Thompson is into double digits with 11 points. Ty trying to get that space again on the shoulder, skips it back out, floats it over Pritchard, and it's pure. It is tough to stop Ty. And he has 2 more. Only 3 shot attempts, but he's hit both of them, or 2 of them, I should say. 66% and 4 points. Buddy Boeheim, just 1 for 7 shooting so far. Telegraphs one to Thompson, taken away by Brown. Clippers are back on the move. 7 turnovers for Oklahoma City, matching the Clippers 7. OKC is +3, though, in points off turnovers, 11-8. Nice fake handoff by Brown, hanging, overcooking, offensive rebound, second effort, and he puts it through. Persistence by Kobe Brown. And a delay of game is called on the Clippers as well. Kobe Brown's brother Caleb also played at Mizzou. Then he was in Southern California last year up at Cal State Fullerton. And now he's in his senior season at Robert Morris University out on the East Coast. Thompson gets stripped by Washington. Clips on the move. It's a 3-on-2 break. Ty leading the charge. Hangs, can't hit. Great box out by Pritchard to force Telford away from it. Feed down low. Smith rises and smashes. It looks like he's a marionette doll on strings. The way he elevates, it's so seamless, and he just stops, and he hangs, and he's above everybody else. The athleticism of Zaire Smith. It looked like Kobe Brown was being held. And yeah, Peyton Sandfort will pick up a foul, his second. Side out for the Clips. Brown certainly has the muscle in this matchup against Sandfort. Sandfort may have a little bit of the height, but Brown is a lengthy guy. Ty with 5. Hoists. Can't hit it. Rebound to Telford. Out to Poulikitis. He'll try it and hit it. JP for 3. His third triple. He has 9 points. Clips lead by 4. Poulikitis always finds those timely threes in the second half. We saw it last night. And he buries his first second half 3 here. Zaire Smith doing it himself. Flips it to Pritchard. Through contact, hits and 1. Not an easy finish for Anthony Pritchard. Foul goes on the Clippers. Kobe Brown, his first. Pritchard, the undrafted rookie, had college stops at Central Michigan and Tulsa. We mentioned the Tulsa native. Great to see home state pride on Oklahoma City. 2-time All-MAC player at Tulsa. Can't hit the free throw. Lead remains 2 for San Diego. Ty takes the screen from PBJ. No switch, though. Anthony stays on him. Kobe Brown gets a whistle for an offensive foul. Second foul on Brown. And one of those unnecessary wasted possessions that will have a coaching staff heated. Telford's going to play some light pressure on Smith, who gives it up real quick to Pritchard. Zaire Smith fires it to Thompson. In space, clanks one short. Rebound to Pritchard. Boeheim buries a 3. Second chance points come at a premium. You have to take advantage when you can, and Buddy Boeheim puts Oklahoma City up by 1. Despite the 2 for 8 shooting from 3, that was a big-time 3 and a big-time moment. Kendall Munson will check in for the Blue at the next timeout. Under 10 to go for Telford. 10 first half points for Jamil. 4 for 5 from the field. Steps back, a contested 3. He answers. The Butler Bulldog still's got that dog in him. Let me try that again. The Butler Bulldog still has that dog in him. And he puts the Clips back up by 2. Pritchard off balance and gets a late whistle. Timeout San Diego. And that'll take us to a timeout. Clippers lead by 2, but a back and forth affair is upon us here in San Diego. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Clippers and Oklahoma City.
Hashtag Frontwave famous Coco San Diego, and the real star of Coco San Diego's show would be Mr. Bo right here, because Bo knows basketball at Frontwave Arena. Now, Coco San Diego, when you're on there, on your IG, there are so many hidden gems and amazing things that even San Diegans may not know about this city, America's finest. Tell us about your inspiration and what you can see and find on Coco San Diego.
You can head over to Coco San Diego and you see all the fun things to do in San Diego. So from bars and restaurants to taking your kids to places. Bo, what's your favorite place in San Diego?
The Clipper game!
That's a win right there. You heard it from Bo. He probably doesn't have good advice on the bars or anything like that, but Coco does. We'll see you at Clipper Nation in that win column with Bo. Go, Clips, Bo!
Back inside Frontwave Arena. Here under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Jonathan Rifkin with you. Clippers lead by 2, but some of the players who have struggled in this game in the first half specifically have figured out how to contribute here in the second half. Buddy Boeheim hit a 3 to put his team up by 1 at the time. Timely baskets by Sandford, Zaire Smith, and Anthony Pritchard. But Jamil Telfort, 5 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc, and 13 points. Was able to put the Clippers back in the lead not too long ago. Anthony Pritchard picked up a foul prior to the timeout, and he'll be at the line for a 1 for 2 opportunity. One of those true table setters. Already has had back-to-back games this season with 8 or more assists. Only 1 assist in this game, but does have 7 rebounds. Check that. He has 7 assists in this game. Dyslexia setting in there, 14 points. And we're tied at 68. Pritchard, or rather Ty into the middle, and an easy flip for Patrick Baldwin Jr. 11 points on 5 for 8 shooting for PBJ, and he'll give the Clippers the lead once again. Boeheim, a quick pull, rims out. One of the quickest triggers in the league. And when he's on, he's nearly unstoppable. Kobe to Jamil. He's been on fire from 3. Clanks that one short. Boeheim with the board. A little scoop to Pritchard. Picked up by Poulikitis trying to shed him. Double comes with Jaw. Pritchard gets stuck. Out to Boeheim. Touched up to Zaire with 10. Smith fires down to Munson. The LMU grad with a step back and his first field goal. Kendall Munson bearing a big 3. He's been, rather a big 2 to tie it up. He's been playing with 3 fouls as Jamil Telfort battles back with a lay-in. Munson, with those 3 fouls, doesn't want to test the physicality too much on defense, and Jaw took advantage. Zaire Smith against Patrick Baldwin Jr. Good patience, hands it off. Thompson and his 8-footer a little too hard. Clippers looking to extend this 2-point lead. Ty swings. Jaw Telfort is open, a rainbow. Now 3 for 6 from 3. On the other end, Thompson all alone lays it in. Bryce Thompson ties things up and has 13. Clippers are going to bring in 4 new jerseys at the next timeout. A platoon swap for the coaching staff. Poulikitis can't hit the 3. Rebound comes off to Pritchard. Pritchard takes the screen, beats Ty, and overcooks the layup. Rebound to Kobe Brown. Clippers on the move. 72-72, 4.5 to go. Poulikitis on the fake. Skips it into the middle, now swings it. PBJ will pull it, Can't hit it. Rebound to Munson once again. Both teams struggling. Only 2 made field goals in the last 4 minutes of action on both sides. Telford forcing Boeheim to give it up. Pritchard into the middle. Munson thought about it. Hounding defense by Brown. Munson will test him. And a rebound comes away to Telford, his third. Clippers trying to break the stalemate with under 4 to go. Ty, a straightaway off the back iron. And a timeout for Oklahoma City. 72-72. Towards the back end of this third quarter, we got a good one from Front Wave Arena on Star Wars night. Don't go anywhere on NBAGleague.com.
Clippers fans, don't miss your chance to take home a piece of the galaxy. Our Star Wars themed game jerseys the team is wearing tonight are up for auction with all the proceeds benefiting the challenge.
Let's talk about the Bill Walton bubble. Back here inside Front Wave Arena. 2 really great giveaways for you coming up here. First, let's talk about College Night on January 30th. This one's for the college students out there. You're going to get this amazing San Diego Clippers pint bottle glass. This is one of the classics. And by the way, this thing is sturdy, so you're going to want to take an opportunity to get this thing here at Front Wave. And then on the next day, on January 31st, MB's holding a classic bobblehead. MB, tell us a little bit about this.
And it's throwback night, so it's going to be a really, really special evening.
A really special evening. Join us on January 30th and January 31st for College Night and Bill Walton Bobblehead Night here at Front Wave Arena. Back into the action we go. Turnover almost. Jalen House gets on top of it, but couldn't knock it away cleanly. Some appeal that Jalen may have been thrown to the ground, none enough to warrant the whistle, though. Bryce Thompson taking it at House. Nice move to clear the lane and lay it in. Bryce Thompson, 15 points and 7 for 14 shooting. Oklahoma City leads by 2. Whistle is blown. And a reset here from midcourt for San Diego. Always nice to be part of the festivities, whether it's Star Wars night or the upcoming bobblehead and college nights here. How about the pirouette by House? He somehow gets rid of it. Zach Fremantle now lost the handle, and chaos ensues. Up to Munson. And he'll double dribble. Stamping his passport with that travel. Turnover number 9 for Oklahoma City. Clippers also have that total. Oklahoma City has 2 more points off those turnovers. House had 11 first half points. Only had that 1 missed layup here in the third quarter. Turns it over for a third time. Up to Thompson against House. House caught his wrist. And that'll send Bryce Thompson to the line. Good transition defense by Jalen. As a coach, you want to see the player who turned over the ball to get back and try to defend. Thompson, in one swooping motion, was able to readjust his arm, but ended up making contact with Jalen, and of course Jalen being the defensive player will get called for the foul. Second on Jalen House. Bryce Thompson at the line. High usage score with that efficiency. 27% usage, second on the team behind Zaire Smith. But you've seen the athleticism, the defensive prowess. He's a 77% free throw shooter. It's the 1 for 2 and puts his team up by 4 as we head towards the end of the third quarter. House trying to get some space, was able to, and finishes it off in style. Small but mighty is Jalen House. Free throw line out. Sanford leaves his 3 short, off the feed by Thompson. Into the middle, Obede takes the contact, couldn't finish. And takes a facetious spill into the fans where he high-fives all of the kids. Derek Obede, I mentioned it earlier, truly one of the great people to talk to. Incredible sense of humor. He's very worldly because of the 8 different countries he's played basketball in, and he's just around to have a good time. Even Matalako smiling as Obede is high-fiving the fans, giving these guys a memorable experience there at the end of the court. But here he is at the free throw line. These are big free throws, or a big free throw. 71% shooter, misses. Lead stays with Oklahoma City. 2:13 to go here in the third quarter. The newly checked in Jabri Abdur-Rahim can't hit the 3. Went 2 for 3 from beyond the arc in the first half at 8 points off the bench. House with some pace gets forced back out. Trying to shed Munson. Now features Obede. Quick touch and gets it to fall. Obede around the rack has been unstoppable, and he has 10 points. Rather 12 points, 5 for 5 from the field. Abdur-Rahim hits the 3 from the corner. Nice screen to free up the space. Jabri's a 33% three-point shooter. 3 for 5 here this evening. Little zone look for Oklahoma City, trying to force the Clippers into some compromising situations just like that. Turnover at number 11. On the move, Thompson fires it to Rose in the corner. Nice closeout by Salas. Rose will test him and hit. That is not an easy play off the dribble. My goodness, Kyle Rose. 6-point lead for Oklahoma City. The Blue trying to squeeze possession out of the middle. Clippers have 46 points in the paint. Salas with 10 will try to get to the paint. Tough turnaround, leaves it short. And Obede was out of the field of play when he made the touch. And a timeout is taken. Nope, just a check-in here. Zaire Smith back into the game. That was his first rest. He's played 32 minutes. Just one more than Bryce Thompson. Those two lead the evening in minutes played. Zaire, of course, 10 for 11 from the field, 23 points. Not to mention those 5 assists. Smith runs into Alako, offensive foul. The Notre Dame alum setting his feet and sacrificing his body. And he forces Zaire to pick up his 3rd foul with 36 seconds to go here in the 3rd. House flips it to the corner. Fremantle tries a 3. Maybe a little too flexible from out there. 5-second difference between shot and game clock. Jalen House with the disruption, and he was able to get the turnover as well. Great job. He ties up Thompson, and you'll see it right here. Thompson got the last touch with that left arm, and Jalen House won the appeal. Poulikitas checks in here for some offense. Derek Obede will take a seat, and a timeout on the court. We'll keep it here with 23 seconds. Fascinating basketball game. Oklahoma City opened up the first quarter on a tear. They picked up right where they left off last night. They led by 7. Oklahoma City then took their foot off the gas. San Diego found some production off the bench, and they took a 7-point lead. That lead was pushed to 8 at one point, and then since then it's been back and forth. 4 lead changes And right now, Oklahoma City leads 82-76. They're going to take a look at this. Remember, it has to be insurmountable evidence for the call on the court to be turned over. The call on the court is Clippers basketball. The original call was Oklahoma City, and then Jalen House gave the evil eye, and the call was overturned. But the official call is San Diego ball. That initial call that was made for Oklahoma City was reversed in the moment. But I don't know if there's enough here to overturn this call. It looks like the left wrist, or sort of the left outer part of his hand, Bryce Thompson's hand, was the last part to touch the rubber prior to it going out of bounds. It's a big, big call here because momentum shifts, especially at the end of quarters. And with 23 seconds to go here, Clippers could have final possession and a big opportunity to cut into the 6-point deficit. If they don't get the ball back, there'll be a fresh 20 on the clock and a 3-second separation between the shot and game clock for Oklahoma City, who could extend their lead to 3 or more possessions. This is the best angle to try and make the deliberation. But again, I don't know if there's enough to overturn the call on the court, which was San Diego basketball. Gotta admire the activity by Jalen House on display. Matt Kaleo, Josh Reed, Tommy Wu, your officials this evening. All three of them gathering for a conference, and they're going to confirm the call on the court, which is Clipper basketball. So the confirmation made here by Josh Reed on the near side, and Matt Kaleo to us. Call on the floor stands, and House was able to knock it off the outer left hand of Bryce Thompson for turnover number 11, committed by Oklahoma City. San Diego now in possession, trailing by 6, 23 ticks to go here in the third quarter. Jalen House, 13 points off the bench, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He had a 30-burger in Mexico last week. Finds Poulikitis. Squeezed by Thompson, taking it at him, lost it off his foot. Zaire Smith takes it away. Smith runs out of play, saves possession as the buzzer sounds, and that will do it here in the third quarter. 82-76, Oklahoma City leads, shooting 54% from the field. But strap in, folks, we got a good one going into the fourth quarter here from Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California.
All right, fans, they've been with us all night long, rocking the night away. Give it up for the Jay-Z Drummer Academy. Jay-Z Drummer Academy.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.
And follow.
Fourth quarter upon us on Star Wars night. We'll call it the final saga between Oklahoma City and San Diego. And what a game it's been. 6 lead changes, 4 ties. San Diego's led by as many as 8. They've trailed by as many as 7. We've seen contributions across the court. 23 points, 5 assists for Zaire Smith. Ironically enough, somehow he has no rebounds. They haven't needed him to rebound the ball. 17 points for Bryce Thompson, 14 for Anthony Pritchard. Clippers are led with 15 by Jamil Telfort and 11 by Patrick Baldwin Jr. House has 13 off the bench, almost turns it over again. You will turn it over again. Possession goes to Oklahoma City. Hewitt can't believe it. Here's Smith. Kyle Rose is flashing. They lob it to Boeheim. He gets tripped up. Jalen House picking up another foul. And Coach Hewitt still sharing his feelings about that turnover and that foul. With official Josh Reed. Kyle Rose, the gunner. Rose, the Fordham products. Left the program as the all-time leader in games played. Multiple A-10 defensive all-teamers. Boeheim with a gorgeous lefty floater. Going deep into his bag for 2. 8-point lead for Oklahoma City, back matching their largest of the game. And a foul is called on Buddy Boeheim. Boeheim trying to make the appeal. So he was trying to fight around a screen off the ball. Jalen House gets Rose up and then skips it to Poulikitis. 8 on the clock for Pooley. This is his move. Rim says no. PBJ almost got to it. Buddy Boeheim does. 7 rebounds for Buddy. And the Syracuse Orange fires it to Rose. He'll let it fly and drop it in. Kyle Rose with his second 3, and it's the first double-digit lead of the game on either side. 11-point lead for Oklahoma City. House turns it over again against Pritchard. Going to be whistled for a foul. Clippers have 15 turnovers. Just 10 for Oklahoma City. At one point, both teams had 7 turnovers apiece. Clippers pick up their second team foul here of the fourth quarter. Here's Anthony Pritchard once again at the line. He's 1 for 2. Complete evening for him, though. 14 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds for the 6'2 guard. Webster High School in Tulsa can't hit the free throw. Clippers need offensive answers. They need them now. See if Jalen House can chef something up from that point guard position. Telfort to Freemantle. Boeheim comes over the back for his second foul. Clippers do have 27 points off the bench, but all but 4 of them have come from Obeyde and House, despite having a 9-man rotation today. Jamil fires. PBJ on the stutter, lost the handle and got stripped. Kyle Rose lobs it down low to Pritchard. Check that, that's Smith. Nice stop and turn. Timeout, Coach Hewitt and the Clippers. 25 points for Zaire Smith, 11 for 12 shooting, and he has his team up by 13 here, under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Clippers and blue from San Diego returns in a moment.
All right, fans, it's time for the Havens Country Club Perfect Putt Contest. We got Aiden who actually, if he was on a golf course right now, would be perfectly blending in with the motif he is rocking here tonight. Let's see if he can find pay dirt, sink this bad boy for a foursome to the Havens Country Club. All right, Aiden, you know what you got to do. You see those beautiful bird legs right there? Put it right through. Havens Perfect Putt Contest. Here we go, Aiden. Uh-oh, it's got a chance. And he's got it, fans. Aiden springing from the course, getting ready to get it done. And guess what? You too can have your opportunity to showcase your skills at the Havens Country Club. Join us for the Front Wave Charity Golf Classic. It's going to be year number 2, out of control. Scan that QR code. We'll see you at the Havens Country Club doing some good for the community. Hashtag Front Wave Famous, like my guy Aiden right here.
Well, fans looking for reasons to stay engaged. Oklahoma City has erupted to a 13-point lead. Their largest of the game, and crunch time becoming a factor. Under 10 minutes to go in the game, and for a Clipper team who has been above 53% shooting throughout the entirety of this game, has gone quiet over the last 4 minutes of that third quarter and into the first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. We'll see if the light from these fans can inject some energy into their San Diego basketball team. Jalen House on point guard duty, back to his zone defense for Oklahoma City. 3-2 zone look. Trying to keep that ball pressed in space. House lobs up a 3, can't get the roll. Rebound to Thompson, that's his 8th. Pritchard swings to Rose, lost the handle. PBJ couldn't catch up to it. Zaire Smith gets stuffed by Pulley, but the rebound and the putback is true for Kendall Munson. Polikitis met Zaire Smith at the peak of that jump. But Munson was in the right place at the right time to put his team back up by 13. Rather by 15. Math is difficult every day of the week, including Saturday evenings. Coach Dennis Dixon calling out a play to try and get that offense spread. Pritchard in the middle, battling with House, wins the battle. 16 points for Pritchard. Efficient, 7 for 10 from the field. The answer for Telford, it's short. And now Oklahoma City content with slowing down the pace. You're playing with the lead. There's no reason to try and allow the Clippers to do what you were able to do last night, and that's put up 30 points in the fourth quarter. Oh, Zaire Smith, long strides and a lay-in at the end of it. Looked like maybe a little slide there, but when you're that athletic and that big, you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Polikitis can't hit the 3 off the heel. Clippers shooting 8 for 31 from 3. That's 26%. Pritchard has had a great evening so far. Finds Smith, hits and 1. 8 assists for Pritchard, 29 points for Zaire Smith. Kobe Brown and Matt Alako back in for Jalen House and Patrick Baldwin Jr. Quiet evening from PBJ, quiet evening from Ty Washington. Zaire Smith wincing a little bit in pain after getting hit in a tough spot, but Zaire Smith's a tough kid and he'll be okay. When you're the 16th overall pick in the NBA, there's a sense of toughness that comes with it. 22-point lead for Oklahoma City. Alako takes it from Polikitis. Telford to Matt Alako. Penetrates, swings. Telford's open. He'll let it fly. And after hitting 3 of his first 4, he's gone 0 for his next 4. Now 3 for 8 from the field. 8 for 32 from 3 for the Clippers. Nice feed from Smith down low. Sanford spinning, trying to clear some space. He'll float it a little too hard off the glass on the hook. Polikitis rips it down. Telfort, little stutter, held that ball out there. Thompson couldn't take advantage. Brown on the floater, draws a triple team and a whistle. Kobe Brown will head to the line. After picking up some contact, Anthony Pritchard with his second foul. Mentioned the Brown brothers out of Missouri. This season for Kobe Brown, 10 minutes with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played 28 games. Shooting 36% from the field and 82% from the free throw line in the NBA. And sinks it to bring it to 20. Mercifully, the Clippers find some points here in the fourth quarter. Thompson against Brown. Off balance, still finishes. 19 points for Thompson. He's playing as advertised, 21 points per game this season. Had 28 last night in this building. Bolakitis to Kobe Brown. Brown able to pick up a blocking foul on Bryce Thompson. Buddy Boeheim has the largest smile on his face. I'll let you deduce why that is. Foul number 4 on Oklahoma City, and a timeout taken on the court. 6:39 to go here in the ball game. Oklahoma City running away with it. Clips in danger of falling behind late.
Mark your calendars, Sockers fans, and join us on Sunday, February 1st at 3 p.m. for Kids Night with the San Diego Sockers. Bring the whole family and enjoy a fun-filled afternoon featuring a face painter, a photo booth, and a friendship bracelet giveaway just for kids. It's the perfect way to spend your Sunday cheering on the Sockers.
If you're drinking tonight, don't even think about driving. Call a friend, or better yet, tap that rideshare app and get home like a champ. Let's cheer loud, stay responsible, and keep our community safe. And as always, let's go Clippers!
Well, they took a look at what was ruled a defensive foul by Bryce Thompson prior to the timeout, and they ruled it a defensive foul on Bryce Thompson. Some contact made with Jamil Telfort, and they said that Thompson hadn't fully established himself when he got into the way of Telfort's path, and that's what warranted the offensive, or rather the defensive foul. Clippers without Taylor Funk, Jason Preston, both out with injuries. Funk getting very close to being back, though. Preston's been out since he re-aggravated his hamstring against the South Bay Lakers back in December. Two key pieces to this team. Clippers in possession after the call was confirmed. Here's Matt Alacco. Alacco is taking it upon himself to distribute, has not taken a shot yet in this game despite 14 minutes of play. Telfort turns it over, active hands by Pritchard, and Oklahoma City has an opportunity to deal some more damage. Thompson, the no-looker, batted away by Brown. Alacco gets it back, and the Clippers are looking for more than just the 2 points they've scored off the free throws here in this quarter. Kobe Brown trying to flip the script, a little too hard off balance. Tried to absorb the contact, couldn't get the benefit of a whistle. Boeheim, he had a cutting Pritchard, but he'll take the 15-footer for 2 himself. 10 points for Buddy Boeheim. Matt Alacco composing his offense. And the move begins with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Telfort with a team-high 15. Kicks it to Brown. He'll let one fly and swish it through. The first field goal of the fourth quarter for the Clippers comes at the 5:16 mark, and it's a three in the corner by Kobe Brown. Brown has 13 points. That's his first made three. Pritchard, no looker. Boeheim open. Pulls the trigger too hard. But he's 2 for 10 from three. See if Kobe Brown decides to go to work. Backing his way out. And swings it to Poulakidis. Into the middle goes Pulley. Rising, turning, shooting too hard. Tough night for Pulley. 3 for 10 from the field. Coming off a 22-point performance last night. 4.5 to go here in the ball game. Oklahoma City led at the onset. Second quarter saw the Clippers take an 8-point lead. It was back and forth in the third. It has been all Oklahoma City here in the fourth, and that man, Zaire Smith, 32 points on 14 for 16 shooting. Fremantle. Now Kobe Brown. Poulakidis is open, and he'll drain it from the corner. Despite his struggles, you still don't want to leave him open, and he proves why with that three. Late closeout by Pritchard, didn't affect it at all. Clippers trail by 20. Thompson, a contested 17-footer, rims left. Clippers almost tip it back in themselves, but luckily Ja comes away. Telfort has 15 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Kobe Brown looking for his second three. And a timeout was called by Oklahoma City with 3:27 to go in the ball game. 104-84. Clippers were down by as many as 24. They went on 2 straight possessions that were productive, but it has been a struggle here in the fourth quarter. At one point, both teams had 28 made field goals apiece. Since then, it has been an offensive explosion for Oklahoma City. They're shooting 57% from the field. You see 75 shots put up, 43 have gone in, not to mention 10 made threes, shooting 37% from beyond the arc to the Clippers' 28%. This fourth quarter has been all blue. The Clippers have yet to find a response. It took nearly 7 minutes of game time here in the quarter to get a field goal on the board. And of course, the turnovers have also ballooned for San Diego. They've given up 20 points off of 16 turnovers. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City has played under their average of 13 turnovers per game, sitting on 10. Out of the timeout, Bryce Thompson will bring it up. Jabri Abdur-Rahim checks back in, along with Kyle Rose and Peyton Sandfort. Smith taking it at Brown, shakes him off and can't put him on a poster, but he'll head to the line for the 1 for 2. Zaire Smith likes to give the defense a souvenir, but the souvenir is normally him putting somebody up on a wall. He did it last night to Yannick. Luckily, he missed it so Kobe Jones can breathe a sigh of relief. And the high-flying big man will head to the line for a 1 for 2. And he misses, sitting on 32 points on 87% shooting here in the game. 3 minutes to go in a 20-point ball game. Seconds on the clock for Jamil. Likely take it at Telfort with 5. Free throw line jumper through contact is waved off. Bryce Thompson picking up a foul, his third. And here's Jamil Telfort now at the line because it's 5 team fouls for Oklahoma City. First free throw trip for Ja. The Clippers only have 6 free throw attempts here in the game. Telfort is a 76% free throw shooter and gets 2 from it. 18-point deficit for San Diego. Under 3 minutes to go. Telford has a game-high 17 and above his 15 points per game average. Zaire Smith electing to do it himself and makes it looks so easy. He drops it over Matalako. Telford against Rose into the middle, an 8-footer rims out. Gotta love the aggression and the opportunistic perspective of Jamil Telford, now shooting 50%, 6 for 12. Hunter Salas will check in, along with Caleb Stone-Carrawell making his front wave debut as Buddy Boeheim, that's Peyton Sandfort doing his best Boeheim impression, putting in a 30-footer. He has 3 triples and 9 points. That zone defense has really stifled San Diego's offense. Kobe Brown able to clear up some space for 2. 15 points for Brown. Another look at it here, just shedding Sandfort, who tried to take it away from Brown, but Kobe showing off the strength. Thompson shedding Poulikitis and answers. Timeout San Diego. 111 to 88, 144 to go. San Diego at least trying to make it somewhat interesting down the stretch, but it's going to take a lot to do it. A couple of stops, a couple of threes, and the threes in the second half have not been kind to San Diego. Shooting 28% on the game. And it's sort of gone stagnant. Jalen House and Derek Obede carried the load in the first half off the bench. In the second half, they really haven't done too much. We haven't seen a ton of Ty, only 22 minutes. My guess is with the two-way contract, the Clippers have some say in his involvement here tonight. But a very quiet evening for a team that averages 111 points a game. Just 88 so far after putting up 109 last night. And still getting off 72 shots, so the possessions are there. They just have not been able to capitalize. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City has, shooting 59%, 46 for 78 from the field. Double comes for Alako. Hunter Salas swings it. Brown along the baseline, gets blocked on the layup, brings it back down and picks up a foul. Block goes to Bryce Thompson, the team's leading blocker, despite his 6'5" frame. And here's Kobe Brown back at the line where he hit on his previous trip. Under 2 minutes to go, so he'll have to shoot both. And he'll try to make it 4 for 4 and 17 points. That would match Jamil's 17 for team high. No problem for Kobe Brown. Zaire Smith gets the screen, battling Brown, stutters, finds Sandfort, stepping into his own three and hits nothing but air. Fans needed a reason to be engaged here in the final 110, and Peyton Sandfort gave them a reason to. Under a minute to go for Kobe Brown. 8-foot jump stop floater is down. He has taken things over offensively here in the fourth. He is 19 and a rebound shy of a double-double. Late rotation there by Abdur Rahim to give Brown the space. Oklahoma City is going to move to 4-11 on the season and end their trip with 2 straight wins. Zaire Smith with 36 points. 16 for 18 from the field for Zaire Smith, and he also has 2 missed posters that could have gone on his vanity as well. Caleb Stone-Carrawell couldn't hit the 3, and that'll do it here in the game. Oklahoma City marches into America's finest city and sweeps San Diego. They win 113-109 last night. They win 113-92 tonight. And despite the Clippers having Ty Washington, Patrick Baldwin Jr., and Kobe Brown, all players on 2 ways with the LA Clippers, Oklahoma City comes in with an 8-man rotation and stuns San Diego in front of a packed Front Wave Arena. 113-92, 59% shooting for San Diego. Rather, for Oklahoma City, 47% shooting for San Diego, and an abysmal 26% shooting from three for the Clippers, who are led with 19 by Kobe Brown and 17 by Jamil Telfort. Oklahoma City got 36 big points from Zaire Smith, who went 16 for 18 from the field, and 21 points by Bryce Thompson. That's going to do it, though, for us here from Oceanside. A huge thanks to our incredible world-class crew, who we cannot do this without. To all of you for making the time to make us a part of your Saturday evening. And our friends on both sides of the court. My name is Jonathan Rifkin, saying so long and good night from Front Wave Arena. Oklahoma City is victorious, 113-92. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.